Thank you very much, Dean. It's an honor, ladies and gentlemen, to be with you tonight, and especially with so many great defenders of religious freedom. I'm honored to be here as you celebrate together and honor Archbishop Lori. About 20 years ago, I was asked to serve a similar function in a gathering a lot like this one. And as we came in the door, I met my mentor in the law, and many of you have the same mentor, Rex E. Lee, who was passed on now. But he was at this occasion, and we walked in together, and I told him that I was giving a tribute, much like the one I'm giving tonight, and asked him if he had any advice. And he said, well, that depends where you are on the program. Where are you on the program? And I said, well, there's me, and then there's an introduction of the recipient, and then there's the recipient. And he said, so you're the speaker before the recipient of the award. I said, that's right. He said, yes, I do have some advice for you. And I said, what's the advice? And he said, my advice is when your turn comes, just stand at your seat, wave your arm, and then sit back down again. He said, believe me, no one's come to listen to you tonight anyway. I am, if not literally, I'm figuratively going to take that advice tonight after making two very short points. The first is we have so many luminaries of religious liberty here tonight. I understand that. And we're honoring Archbishop Lori, of course. And Senator Hatch will introduce him. But I just want to extend our deepest gratitude to Senator Hatch. I started working on religious liberty issues 25 years ago, right after Employment Division against Smith came down. By that time, Senator Hatch had forgotten more about religious liberty than many of us have ever known. And I wish, as I have watched him over the years, and I know as many of you have watched him, if there is a modern-day father of religious liberty, Senator Hatch is certainly one of those who would be considered. And that's only because we all know about 1/10 of what he does that is public. There is so much more that he does on behalf of all churches and religious organizations behind the scenes that you never hear anything about. Senator Hatch, I can't think of any way to honor Bishop Lori in a greater way than to have you here with us tonight, and we're grateful that you would come. I thought how I might spend just a moment to honor Archbishop Lori, and I've learned in my relatively short time associating with him that he truly is a man of action, not just a man of words. When he wants to get things done, he gets things done. And I thought you might find it interesting for me to take about 3 minutes and tell you about the joint efforts that Catholics and Mormons have been involved in since he has occupied the position he has occupied for the past several years. There's a commitment between our two organizations to work in 3 main areas. And the first of those areas is the one we celebrate tonight, religious liberty. Archbishop Lori chairs the ad hoc committee on that on the Catholic side. And we have spent many hours, and he has spent much more than many hours, working together with other religious organizations to secure greater religious liberty here in the United States. Several of his colleagues have visited Provo, have addressed large gatherings of students at BYU, and that effort continues even as we speak in meetings that occur between Mormons, Catholics, and others to try to secure religious liberty. The second has to do with preserving the family. And especially those of you on the LDS side of things will recognize the wonderful invitations that have come to LDS leaders in the past short time as a result of our Catholic friends. Think of President Eyring and Elder Perry being part of and visiting the Vatican. A special experience that Elder Perry talked about until the day he died, and that President Eyring still talks about all of the time, of being there in that environment and sharing ideas and being participants. Think of Elder Christofferson at the World Meeting of Families just a short time ago, addressing and talking together with with Catholic leaders and others about families. The third area is faith. And I just mentioned 2 things about faith that Catholic and Mormons are working so closely together. The first is a website that I encourage you all to check out. It's called Faith Counts. The Catholics, along with Mormons, were the founders of that website. And it is a wonderful website to teach especially young people why religion is so important. The second, and most important, is in humanitarian services. And I wrote this down after they gave me the numbers so that I would be able to remember them, as to what in the past about 5 years Catholics have helped and Mormons have done across the world working together with Catholic relief services and Catholic charities. In 72 countries, Catholics and Mormons have partnered together using over 200 Catholic-sponsored organizations to get humanitarian aid into the places where it needs to be. The Catholic organization is an unbelievable one, and it allows us to contribute and get aid where it needs to be. With over 600 relief projects in the past 3 years that Catholics and Mormons across the world have combined on. Ongoing efforts of clean water, neonatal resuscitation, vision care, wheelchair distribution, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars that together, these 2 wonderful organizations have come together to truly do what Christ would do, help others in need. As we talk about religious liberty tonight, may we never forget that that is what religious liberty is truly all about, is reaching out in Christ-like ways according to our own beliefs and our own doctrines to help others. There is no better example of that than Archbishop Laurie. And with you, I honor him tonight. Yeah.